From love to misery, the emotional turmoil of narcissistic abuse. Some people can be mean and hurtful to others. Narcissistic abuse is when someone tries to control and manipulate others for their own benefit. It's hard for people who haven't experienced it to understand how it feels, and sometimes they might even question if it's real. But it is real, and it's not okay. When someone is a victim of narcissistic abuse, it can be really hard for them to stand up for themselves. The abuser might try to make them feel like they're the problem, or like they're crazy for feeling the way they do. They might question their decisions, or try to make them doubt their own experiences. This can make the victim feel really lonely and isolated. It's hard when the people around you don't understand what you're going through, and it can be even harder when they try to make you feel like you're the one in the wrong. But it's important to remember that you're not crazy, and your experiences are valid. If someone is treating you badly, it's not your fault. You don't have to put up with it, and you don't have to doubt yourself. If you're feeling like you're being abused by someone, it's important to reach out for help. Talk to a teacher, a counselor, or another adult you trust. They can help you figure out what to do next and give you the support you need. First, you misunderstand who they are because of your own misconceptions. Like a chameleon, their attitude and actions towards you will radically shift at different stages of the relationship. They might look kind at first, but as they get more control over you, their actual nature will become clear, and a monster will materialize right in front of your eyes. Sadly, this terrifying state does not last long, and the individual soon reverts back to their lovely, everyday self, making it impossible to break the connection in any significant way. Since they are inconsistent and won't let you in, you can't possibly know anything substantial about them. This incoherence causes mental and emotional distress. Your positive and unpleasant experiences are inversely related to the mental and emotional states you're currently experiencing. It's easier for two individuals to get along if they have a lot in common, both in terms of hobbies and values. They don't make any sudden changes in character that would make you question whether they're still together. You never know what to anticipate when dealing with a narcissist, since they can be lovely and naive one minute and vicious and nasty the next. Your mind reels as you try to make sense of the paradox of the person who temporarily eases your suffering while being a major contributor to it. After that point, it's all a big mess. You may have wondered, are they really a narcissist? It's puzzling that they'd be so nice if that's the case. What do you recall most about their time together? If you were worried about the two of them, you would never bring up your worries in front of them. Do you have a hard time putting a name to the face when asked? Whoa, so it really is them then? We will use your comments to create a more inclusive environment for other survivors. Secondly, you may find yourself emotionally invested in a narcissist even though you know you should move on. Being in a relationship with a narcissist can trigger addictive changes in your brain and body chemistry, leading you to crave their presence despite knowing it may be harmful to you. Your neurological system is seeking a sense of security, but not from them. It is important to stay connected with those who truly matter. If the narcissist tries to buy your loyalty with a bribe, recognize it for what it is. It can be puzzling when being with someone you love causes so much pain that you feel compelled to distance yourself from them, despite a strong desire to be close to them. It is never easy to acknowledge that you and your partner are not a good match, but it is essential. Being with a narcissist can feel like being trapped in prison. Some people may recognize the need to move on, while others stubbornly cling to the hope that things will improve, even when all evidence points to the contrary. Additionally, you may be experiencing emotional turmoil. The grieving process can be complicated by the double loss that often accompanies narcissistic abuse. You may feel a sense of hopelessness because you know you have no future with this person. Your new acquaintance may have instilled in you a profound sense of guilt regarding your past relationships, career, wealth, parenthood, and overall sense of self-worth. Realizing how badly this individual treated you during your relationship can leave you feeling miserable. Being betrayed only adds to the pain. When their feelings for you were the strongest, they cheated on you repeatedly and lied about it. They made you feel secure in your beliefs, only to leave you without saying goodbye. As a result, you are facing significant challenges right now. While a solid couple can withstand such betrayal, the wounds caused by a narcissist's treachery can never fully heal. You may not fully understand your loss for some time. Fourthly, this information can be overwhelming. Witnessing the worst aspects of human behavior can be disturbing. You may feel disillusioned because you believed a desirable lie. Instead of fulfilling their promises, the narcissist inflicted a nightmare upon you. You may be struggling to comprehend how their actions have turned your world upside down. It is difficult to fathom how someone can be so wicked and heartless. You may wonder why they suddenly changed their mind. Feeling powerless is a common response to shock. You may second-guess yourself, wondering why you are the only one who cannot see the obvious. Ignoring the shock and doing nothing would be foolish. Once you realize the narcissist's true nature and your place in their world, you may feel cold, heartless, and stuck. Everything you thought was real was a charade. There was no authenticity, openness, closeness, or chemistry. You were the one who was being deceived. No matter how hard you try, you may find it challenging to accept that this person is human. Sixthly, there may be misunderstandings. You have recently exhibited symptoms of PTSD and narcissistic abuse trauma. You are having trouble sleeping, keeping food down, focusing, and remembering things. Moreover, you constantly feel on edge and tired. However, these symptoms do not take into account issues with memory or other aspects of one's physical health, such as chronic inflammation of the gastrointestinal tract, brain, nervous system, immune system, or hormones, as in irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis, or hypothyroidism. You are experiencing unique symptoms related to narcissistic abuse, which complicate and hinder your efforts to heal from this experience. In addition, you face standard challenges associated with trauma, such as cognitive dissonance, trauma bonding, and Stockholm syndrome. After the end of a healthy relationship, these issues do not arise. Allow yourself to feel unhappy for a while. It's normal. Stop holding on to resentment and seeking revenge against anyone or anything you feel is responsible for your suffering. Realize that you are responsible for your choices and their consequences. Our conversation is officially over. When something ends, it's over and you move on. It's great to have had the opportunity to chat. In short, there is a strong sense of community and fun among the attendees. There have been no misunderstandings between us. Nevertheless, many details are missing. But breaking up with a narcissist still requires a lot of work. Trying to please an overly self-centered partner causes extreme strain on your body and mind. And because you'll be taking so much out of your mind and heart, you may begin to exhibit previously unrecognized physical symptoms. If you are experiencing both common and uncommon trauma symptoms, you can assume that the person you were with was critically unwell. There was also a lot of pressure. You have experienced a lot of pain and anguish. Before we go, please tell me which of these signs best characterizes you. Feel free to leave a comment below, and I will respond as soon as possible. I have presented everything from the program to you today. If you like this video, you might also enjoy my other videos. Have a great day.
So guys, it's time to summarize today's video. It's important to recognize the complexity of emotions that arise from narcissistic abuse. The emotional turmoil can leave victims feeling isolated, confused, and questioning their own experiences. It's crucial to understand the dynamics of the relationship and the tactics used by the abuser in order to recognize the signs of abuse. One common tactic is for the abuser to present a charming, kind persona at the beginning of the relationship before revealing their true manipulative nature later on. This inconsistency can cause mental and emotional distress for the victim, leading them to question whether they are the problem or even doubting their own experiences. Furthermore, being in a relationship with a narcissist can trigger addictive changes in the brain and body chemistry, leading victims to crave their presence despite knowing it may be harmful to them. It's important to recognize this addiction and seek support from those who truly care for their well-being. The emotional turmoil of narcissistic abuse is compounded by the double loss that often accompanies it. Victims not only lose the relationship but also the illusion that the abuser presented, leaving them questioning their past relationships, career, wealth, and overall sense of self-worth. The grieving process can be complicated and may take time to fully understand and heal from. As observers, witnessing the worst aspects of human behavior can be overwhelming and can leave us feeling disillusioned. It's important to recognize that the abuser's actions are a reflection of their their own character and not a reflection of the victim's worth of value. Well, this is everything about today's video. If you are interested in learning more, there are many other videos on my channel regarding narcissists. You can learn the steps to recovering from abuse and moving on to a life of contentment, self-reliance, and freedom. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video and have a nice day.